I'm a revert, and I've learned the entire salah through the guided salamat.
That means every single time I pray,
The person who taught me gets the reward.
5 times a day, from Fajr to Isha.
Sponsor 10 people for just £100 today.
Assalamu alaikum guys, and welcome to another episode of Smile to Jannah. I'm sure you guys know about the famous American social experiment in which a lady called a bunch of churches pretending to be in need of baby formula. Thereafter, she rang a mosque and people were shocked by the disparity and how the churches shunned her and how the mosque welcomed her. Now, as per the spirit of social media, another lady, this time from the UK, tried to do the same thing, and we're going to see the results that she encountered here.
Currently struggling with my daughter. I was wondering, can you guys help me with formula?
Formula?
Yeah.
Where did you call? This is a church.
Yeah, I thought you can help me.
Oh.
Oh, okay. I'm not quite too sure. I don't really go to your church. I've got a 3-month-old baby. Do you guys have...
So you can see from the answer that she gave, they're asking, do you come to the church? How often do you come?
Can I have formula for my baby?
You think we're a food bank?
Do you think we're a food bank? That's rude. That's not what you want to be hearing from a church, isn't it? Yeah, I'm really struggling. Got some, mental health problems. Duh. Do we look like a mental health clinic? Go on, off you pop, mate. Yeah, I needed a place to stay. Can you help me? I'm homeless. Well, do we look like a home? Huh? No. Do we look like we're doing renter property? I don't think so.
Okay. I just wanted to, okay. All right. Thank you. I just thought you could help.
Please leave your messages after the tone.
I'm currently struggling.
So leave a message after the tone was to, I think, another church. Yeah. Now she's calling a mosque. Let's see what the brothers do.
My daughter's 6 months and I need help with baby formula.
Come to pick it up then if I ask you to, or how can I deliver it to you?
Yeah, I can come and get it, but I'm not a Muslim. Is that still okay?
Yeah, that's fine, my dear sister. Is there any certain age there?
You can get the number 2 Aptamil.
Number 2?
Yeah.
Frankly, the conversation has progressed more than the church. Yeah, she's already said she's not a Muslim, so it doesn't seem to have fazed them.
Sure, okay then, that's fine. Yeah, we can prepare something for you and then you can come and get it. We'll try to get it for you, but if you can't find it, is it okay? Would you take a cash?
I'm currently struggling a bit with my daughter. I wanted to know, can you guys help me with getting baby formula?
Okay, how old is she?
She's 6 months.
So this is another masjid, yeah?
6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can come and see Brother Kinan 4:30 today.
Okay. I'm not a
Done.
Muslim though.
Yeah, that's fine, no worries. So not only for the Muslims.
Okay, so I can still come?
Wait, what did he say?
That's fine, no worries. So not only for the Muslims.
Okay, so
You don't have to be a Muslim. There you go.
I can still come?
4:30 and Kinan, we normally helps for the refugees for the food bank.
Okay.
There might be some sort of assistance for you as well, okay?
Okay. And I'm going to keep my opinion to myself, and I'll leave you guys in the comments to make your own opinions.
Let's face it, guys. If there's something wrong with your community, we're not saying therefore your religion is wrong. You know what I mean? Like, fix up. That's what we're saying. And I'd say the same to the mosques. I wouldn't say all mosques react like this. Let's see part 2.
I don't have any authority to help you in any way.
Okay. All right. Okay, thank you.
She doesn't have any authority to help. Yeah, she's sitting on the phones at the church in admin, and she's responsible for the finances. She's responsible for speaking to the people that come in, but she has no authority to help you. Huh? Yes. Make sure you realize that when calling in to this church in particular. She doesn't have no authority. Well, how about, lady, you pass the phone on to somebody that does have authority, or at least give this lady the phone number of somebody with authority. Frankly, why on earth is she speaking to somebody with no authority, mate? Yeah, if you're a useless blob of flesh, how about you kind of move that blob to the side and give the phone to somebody that has authority? How about that?
Part two, I waited a little bit because I wanted to give everybody some time.
And look, the summary is over here, yeah, what the church said. The masjid said, send me a picture. Where can I buy it from? Don't come by us. We'll drop it to you. So we can see the disparity between the two. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you know, with the rise of the immigration narrative here in the UK, people are using that as a smokescreen to blame Muslims. Yeah, there's enough stats. Hope Not Hate had a report out and they correlated migration with anti-Islamic rhetoric. I'm not saying they're connected, but in the mind's eye of the people, of the public, the two share some sort of connection. Now, bearing this in mind, they seem to be blaming any issue in the UK to migration and by extension to Islam and Muslims, especially when it comes to the churches. Oh, the churches are being shut down because the Muslims are buying them. Well, let me give you some stats. As you guys can see here, hundreds of churches are being sold off in Scotland for as little as £40,000. Frankly, I would go from London just to get something in Scotland for that much. Sounds like a bargain. 3,500 churches have closed in 10 years. Now, ladies and gentlemen, are Muslims that rich that we're buying all of these churches? No, because if you read these articles, they tell you it's because of secularism that people frankly are not interested in going to church. It doesn't have that magnetic pull that it once did. Are you gonna blame Muslims for making your churches empty? Are we stopping you from filling them back up? No, ladies and gentlemen, this is a choice that you guys are making. There is no Sharia law here, as much as they try to make it seem like it is. Number two, the most prolific sex offender, a lot of his victims being kids, is somebody called Neville Husband, who used to be a church minister. Were Muslims forcing him to do this? He's more prolific than Jimmy Savile, ladies and gentlemen. I kid you not. A church minister. Are people going to start questioning the Bible, getting random Christians to condemn this? Are they going to make it linked to Christianity? No. Even though if you look at some of the stuff in the Old Testament, it's very questionable. In fact, in Deuteronomy chapter 22 verse 28, it says that if you were to grape a young girl, you get rewarded. Whoa, rewarded how? Because you get to then marry her if you pay 50 shekels to the father. Ladies and gentlemen, it's there in black and white. Read it yourself. Are we now going to say that all Christians are groomers and this and that? No. However, let's go through some headlines. Australian Catholic Church has abused thousands of children. Church, thousands children. Yeah, notice the pattern. Thousands of P's active in French church. German Catholic priests abused thousands of children. Notice, priests. These are religious figures. Thousands have been raped in Catholic schools in Ireland. Yeah, Catholic schools. Even Jehovah's Witnesses. Yeah, they kept a secret database of tens of thousands of child M's for 2 decades and hid it from the authorities. 1 in 6 children S abused in Jesus Army cult. So even the cults are getting involved. Catholic priests raped even Native American children. They're not free from this. Thousands of children again in Dutch churches. So you notice thousands children done in churches. These are religious figures. Who on God's green earth is blaming Christianity? Tell me who. Or saying we need to change the Bible, even though there are explicit verses in there. You cannot claim the same for the Quran. You simply cannot. Here's another one with regards to Portugal. Here's another one with regards to Germany, Spain. Ladies and gentlemen, I think I've made my point. So the issue here is that the churches are out of touch. They're not community orientated. Frankly, their role doesn't make sense to the people. And blaming Islam is easy because you don't have to deal with these issues, that your doctrine of the Trinity doesn't make sense, Jesus being God having to come down for everybody's sins because Adam had original sin and this is the only way that he can remove it through blood. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not vibing with the people. And frankly, the church leaders, I've already said what they're doing, and even the ministers, the most prolific sex offenders, top of the spot, mate. That's why people simply are not vibing with them. Having Islam as a scapegoat, it's a quick fix. It's very quick, ladies and gentlemen. You don't have to deal with these doctrinal issues and, square a circle when it comes to the Trinity. Just blame the Muslims. Or if they want there, blame someone else. It's a temporary solution, ladies and gentlemen. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, this is a wake-up call to the Muslims that we need to make sure that we act upon Islam because eyes are on us. So wake up call to the masjids and the mosques that aren't investing in their staff, because your admin plays a very key and integral role because they are the face of the masjid. They need to have good social skills. Let this be a lesson to us. Let's leave it there, guys. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum.